put it into the net. He's been serving very well thus far. He had one fault off his very first service and then one a little bit later on, but the rest of the time he's been firing them down, alternating the 70, 72 km/h bullets, occasionally straight down the middle, sometimes quite often targeting Arfin, and then he's mixing those in with 50, 52 km/h slice services that come off the sole of the shoe and just drop on the other side of the net. So very difficult to defend, and he'll be looking to come out with one of those to clinch this first set.
There we go, Abdul Talib there and his team saying you've got 6 points to get one. Maybe this will be the moment. It certainly is. Arfin the target, and suddenly Malaysia celebrate, because that means that they are guaranteed a place in the semi-finals. Shah Roshdi comes up and delivers, although he's been a little inconsistent when it counts, and you have to say, great timeout.
It was a wonderful timeout, wasn't it? It was obviously, Shahir, come over here, fella. Fire it down at Arfin at 70 km/h. And that's what he did, 71 km/h. He added an extra kilometre just for the exclamation point to seal this first set, 21-14.
You speak as you write. It's very, very clever.
Slightly more quickly.
Well, yeah, okay.
And if I make a mistake, I can't go back and hit the delete button. It's been said.
Lots of smiling going on in Malaysian camp. They know that they're through, and the ambition, of course, to get through to the weekend, where it's all going to be involving Malaysia. The crowds have been good here, and of course they're expecting more for the weekend. We're at the MITC, which is an area, this is an exhibition centre. We had a little bit of entertainment with music adjoining us, but I mean, this vast hall that we're in, there's lots of other activities going on as well, but great stuff. It's been some brilliant play, both sides of the net, but it's Hanafia who has been really, really impressive. Watch him here. He's blocked out there. That was a little bit towards the end of the match, but this is the final shot. There you go, and that is the net. Well, it wasn't touched there, was it? It was just straight at Arfin, and that the net result is a win in this first set for Malaysia. A bit of massage going on there. It's extraordinary, not just how fit these guys are. Okay, let's just break off to have a look at that the set. Their serve rate, Indonesia just edging it, but the spike winner 7-3. That's enough here, isn't it? He's just done brilliantly there. A couple of decent blocks. Yeah, okay, well, I tell you, it is a very, very interesting battle here for the Southeast Asian Games coming up in June as well. Do you reckon that's featuring quite significantly in the minds of the coaches as well? Do you reckon that they've got a team, a squad here in Malaysia that can challenge?
You'd have thought so. They've definitely got two very good strikers. We've seen that Khairul Zaman, who played in the first two games, was absolutely untouchable. And you think, well, poor old Hanafi Adolla is not going to get a look in. And in this match, where they need to get at least a set, which they've now got to guarantee qualification for the semi-final, Hanafi Adolla has come in cold and racked up double figures on spikes in the first set alone. So that means they've got two very good strikers. They've got a couple of very good feeders once Shazrin Kamar is fit again. Shahir Rosdi is a great tekong. Ahmad Azat is a good backup. So they have got a good squad.
Good stuff. Right, well, we've got a substitution here, of course. Victor is in at the tekong position. There he is, chasing it down, doesn't quite make it. Well, he did his job, but it wasn't going to come over. There's a bit of a scramble there from Indonesia, but Victor will be doing his best. There he is, number 5.
We'll get a little bit more from him. He's a high percentage player, and occasionally he has been known to foot fault.
You can blame the ball toss there.
That one hit the bottom of the net, the tape at the bottom, let alone the tape at the top. So it's a two-man or two-woman job is serving, the ball toss coming from the striker. And it's not like in other sports where if you don't like the toss, you just start again.
That's much better, more control, great placement. But who's the target? You got it. Mr. Arfin, Pak Arfin. He won't enjoy this.
He's not looking happy there, is he?
No.
So now it goes over to Victor Eka Praseccio. Make sure he keeps his foot right inside that circle when he's serving.
He had 3 problems yesterday. It's still there. Watch out. Oh, you beauty. You little beauty. And Nafia finishes it off, but I tell you what, there was some great scrambling before that, wasn't there?
There was, and we were down at court level from that particular camera angle, so we could see them going left and right, and then here we see it from a different angle. Keeping it live, Farhan Adam, and then the self-set by Hanafi Adolla rolls over beautifully.
Okay, well, that's interesting. Lots of interplay there in terms of positions. And Shahir Rosti came up to try the block at the net. He got to it, but he couldn't deny the attacker. Oh, what a beauty. Right into the corner off the net. Well done.
It looks like we're going to see another change in Tekong. Indonesia have already had that particular throw of the dice with Victor coming on for Shamsul Akmal, and now Shahir Rosdi is coming off, and he is going to be replaced by Ahmad Azat, whom we've seen before in Istaf action. He's very much the second string nowadays. Shahir Rosdi is the one, he was brought in as a 17-year-old Shahir Rosdi, one who's a bit raw, but he's made that starting berth his own, so it's now up to Ahmad Azat to do what Hanafi Adolla is doing and show that he is just as good as the starting Tekong.
It's an interesting style, very peculiar to himself. I tell you, that's very good. What a great start. The 24-year-old comes up with well, he's got his starting position ready to receive the ball is very, very flat and straight on to the net. Then he takes that step back and he comes up with a lot of power. Just watch this again. There you go. Super shot. Nice. Lovely.
Well, the thing is, they've been having to cope with Shahir Rosdi firing them down from a great height and at 72 kilometers per hour. And here the height is a little bit different because he's not as tall. He's 179, so that's 10 centimeters or 4 inches smaller. And the technique as well is totally different, so it comes off at a different angle.
Yep. 3 good serves. Well, he picked up 2 of the 3 points, so that Malaysia will be very happy with that.
Yes, winning 2 points on your own service is a bonus. Usually, as we see here, the opposition can save, set and spike, so the advantage is with the receiving team. So if you can win 2 out of 3 on your own service, you're doing very well.
Oh dear. Thought was a bit close to the net there, but again Hanefia does his job beautifully well.
Looks like he's going to be given a 2-set audition, Hanafi Adolla. They're keeping him in at the moment. See if he can finish it off. No sign of Karol Zaman.
Well left, just a little drift away from it. Well played.
Victor's offering a little bit more at Tekong than Shamsul Akmal in attacking terms, but he will occasionally go a bit long. He's a little bit less stable, shall we say.
Way off the net again and down, so another point to Indonesia. So 7-5.
7-5.
The point you make about the fact that they are now receiving a totally different feel of service. It is very, very different. There's no power, well, not so much power coming through, but the placement is very clever. Arfin is under pressure once again. He just feels that, and they've obviously worked out. They target him easy again. Oy, oy, oy. 63 Ks, but I tell you, he's still struggling.
At which point do you think, well, let's go to the bench, let's bring in Rilopam Budi, even if he is only 18 years old, he's a bit of a taller figure. If he's here, then he must be up to it. Now, why not throw him in?
Again, but was that out? Maybe it was wide. Yeah, I hear what you're saying, but Rilopam Budi yesterday against Singapore, he wasn't there for long, I tell you. I think they brought him in for, what, 5 or 6 points, and then realised that it was possibly a little bit unfair to put him into the cauldron. Nicely retrieved. Oh, he's such a clever player. Wow. Talk about doing it yourself.
Exactly. He goes and saves, sets, and then spikes in between a double block.
Unbelievable. Very clever. Well done, Hanafia. That was good. It's out, I think. Was it? Yeah, no, it's called good.
It seemed to land on the marathon lettering, but it must have bounced just inside that.
I think so. Yep, indeed.
Poor old Arfin shakes his head once again.
Yeah, actually, he's in trouble.
11.
And he's got the relief of knowing that he's on the attack this time. Well, he won't get the chance of the service not going in. Malaysia in control of this one now. First set they won 12-6, 6-12, actually 12-6 because now it comes back. And Nafia has been superb. Look at this, I tell you what, that was a good substitution, wasn't it? I mean, since he's arrived, he's not really put a foot wrong.
No service fault since he's been on.
Which is unusual.
Exactly, and he's asking a question with every serve he does. And there you go, poor old Arfin, he curls it away from Arfin this time, and Arfin thinks, well, I'm not on the hook for this one, it's going to go to Victor. Victor leaves it as well.
It's going to be so difficult to get back. Mentally, psychologically, this is tough for Indonesia. Okay, a little bit. What a gain, it's 2 from 3, so it's still adding to the scoreboard beautifully. 7-14.
It's his first fault on service thus far, Ahmad Azad.
7-14.
Nafia. Okay, well, Indonesia take the point. Again, the set wasn't so great.
Exactly, it was Farhan Adam put it a little bit too close to the net there, I think, for it to be comfortable for Hanafia Dollar.
Oh, in fact, he put it over the net. Great angle again, beautifully played. This time the set was good. Great shape, great form, and a lovely delivery.
Shame for Hendra Pago here, who tried to put up a block there. He is trying to do part of the work of Arfin at the net, but even that's not coming off.
You have to say 16-8. Wow.
That one there just caressed over the net by Hanafia Dollar. He waited for it to come down very close to the net and then let it bounce off the sole of his shoe, deceiving the opposition.
Farhan, the feeder, is doing a really good job here. That's a difficult ask and task, and I think once you put the striker out of the picture, especially on that kind of shot, then you really are in trouble. Is this a timeout called? It is. Okay, well, you're not surprised, are you? It's Indonesia timeout. Look at the scoreboard, top right of your picture there, 17-8. It's an ouch thing for Indonesia. Really would be a bit disappointed with this. You know, they showed some good character first yesterday. I must say, that defeat against Singapore would have been hard to take.
To me, the problem is they've come here without a striker. They've got Hendrapago, who is a great feeder and covers every inch of the court on defence and also on attack. They've got a couple of decent tekongs, but they come here with Arfin. Where is Nofrizal? That's the man that they should be having up front. He's played in plenty of Istaf Super Series up until now, and he's a real presence at the net. And at the moment, they've got Arfin, who just doesn't seem to be up to the task, and then Rilo Pambudi, who, as you were saying, John, was brought in against Singapore and then brought straight back out because he obviously wasn't up to the task.
Yeah.
So they've come here without a striker.
Hui, just out. But again, it's also relaxed and easy going because they have just invested so much into their own account already. Doesn't matter what happens here, really. They know they're going to get across the line. Oh, that's a lovely shot. Arfin, well, a couple of times on the attack he's earned his place, but in defence he's struggled.
Yes, it'll be good for him to get a little bit of confidence here, but it's not the kind of player you see replacing the likes of Nofrizal once they're back in the squad.
Hanafia's there, and it's a good block. Hanafia will come again. No, it's not gone, it's gone straight over. Straight down the middle with nobody home there to block it. So well done, Indonesia. You're still hanging in there.
It was Hendrapago again. He was the one who put up the block at the net. He's been doing far more blocking, the number 3 there. And amazing that they managed to keep it alive.
Didn't expect that, did we?
No.
Still a huge mountain, a huge gunung to climb, and that, I'm afraid, means that the gunung has got even taller. It's 18-11, 11-18. He's got another service yet. Service faults there, 7-5. Okay, well, tekong to tekong, and Indonesia take that one.
He is a more dangerous tekong, Victor. I do like to see him in there, but again, you are always going to lose a few points if he goes long or with his foot fault problems, but he's got far more potential as a tekong.
Oh, lovely. And there was a lot of movement on that, on the right to left. You saw and it was fading away. Just look at that spin. The spin takes it away, and nothing you can do with the heel there from Victor.
Maybe you should have used the other heel there,
Possibly.
but it was too late by that point.
Yeah. Good block. Hey, where are you? Hello. 3 players in the team. Nobody at home. It's now set and match point here for Malaysia. Singapore will be cheering, that's for sure.
Well, poor old Hendrapago, he covers all that ground. It's a good block, it's a great block from Hanafi Adola. Hendrapago covers all that ground to go and set it up, because that's what he's there to do, and there's no striker there.
That could be it. Yeah. No, great save. Lovely scramble. Hanafia, where was it? It came off the block, it went out. That is 21-12. Malaysia have taken this 3rd match in the preliminary series here in Malacca. And you have to say, It is certainly no more than they deserved. You waxed lyrical about Hanafia and his potential. He has delivered in absolutely bucketfuls here. There's some great spiking here. Your